Hello everyone, and welcome to Entrepreneur's Journey with SCORE. I am Andrew Dike, founder and CEO of Biomedical and Clinic Diagnostics. At Biomedical, we help entrepreneurs, startups, and small business build, grow, and scale successfully ventures through strategic consulting, business planning, and operational support. I also serve as the chair of Central Area for SCORE Houston, where I have the privilege of mentoring business owners, connecting them with resources, expertise, and networks they need to succeed. My background spans healthcare, business strategy, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Throughout my career, I have worked with startups, technology companies, healthcare organizations, and emerging entrepreneurs to develop growth strategies, secure funding, improve operations, and navigate complex business challenges. Today, we are exploring how artificial intelligence is transforming biomedical research and accelerating scientific discovery. You don't want to miss this. With me today is Yaoyun Zhang, founder and CEO of BioMate AI, an innovative company leveraging AI to accelerate biomedical research, drug discovery, and biotechnology innovation. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me here, Andrew.
Nice having you too. So today, tell us a little bit more about yourself and what led you to start this company.
Thanks for your question. I've been working in the background of bioinformatics for more than a decade. And before starting BioMate, I actually worked exactly the same type of work our users do. And I keep running into the same wall, installing the software, configuring the environment, and writing custom code. And several days before the real science could even start. So this is very frustrated, and this is what led to the BioMate. And this is what's led to SCORE too. So by the time the platform was technologically ready, I realized that I was a scientist that are running a company. Those are two different skill sets. And my colleague mentioned to me for SCORE, and it's a free service from experienced business people. So it turns out that reaching out to SCORE is one of the best, earliest decisions I've made.
Okay, thank you. So, for viewers who may not have a scientific background, how will you describe BioMate AI in a simple term?
Wow. So simply, it's an AI data analysis platform for biomedical research and application. And the pattern is simple. The user will just input a plain language request. For example, analyze my gene sequence data and find the differentially expressed genes between two conditions. And BioMate handles everything after that.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is, there are too many AI tools on the market today. What makes BioMate unique?
This is a very interesting question. So, there are so many open domain language models, and they can talk about science, but they cannot run an actual analysis correctly. So, but BioMate is built on over 4,000 pipelines that are backed by published scientific research and quality control standards. And those correctness are very important for the biomedical domain, especially when the decisions need to be made for drug development and for patient care. And so this is one main point. And another is BioMate can speed up the development process of science over around 90% of the time based on our pilot study. And currently BioMate is also under development and improvement based on early feedback of our users in the USA and all around the world.
Okay, thank you. So for this type of business, so who are your primary customers and what exactly the problem that you're helping them to solve?
Well, there are three types of users. One is individual users that are academic researchers from labs that they generate data, but they don't have the dedicated computational expert to help them out. And there are also medical research centers and biotech startups and pharmaceutical and CRO companies who also want to do large-scale biological discovery analysis. And specifically, Houston is a very good market for all of them because we have the Texas Medical Center right here, and it is the largest medical complex in the world.
That's correct. That's correct. Thank you so much for that. And then, is this platform ready for use now? And then, how can the researchers get started?
All right, it is live at biomed.ai, and it actually starts with a free tier for individual users, and also with enterprise and professional tiers for institutions and companies. And we cover 36 scientific domains, from genomics to protein structure analysis to drug discovery and more, and each of them with high qualified quality control standards, and to guarantee the outcome is scientifically defensible. And as I mentioned, it is still under evolving and keeping improved with feedbacks from users.
Okay, thank you, Yaoyun. We will be back with more after this short break.
In Houston, we make tomorrow together.
But first, we make dinner together. We mix ingredients and cultures. We create excitement you can taste.
And experiences to savor.
Join us in Houston.
Let's make tomorrow together.
In Houston, a taco is never just a taco. It's an inspiration from conversation. It's where heritage and ambition come together. Because we know together makes it amazing.
Join Houston Public Library and unearth a story. Kids, teens, and adults, everyone can sign up for free and start earning prizes. Registration opens May 1st, so be sure to sign up early. Summer reading program also includes amazing events from live animal shows to author talks, art classes, and more. Grab your MyLink library card and sign up today.
What do Houston's best coffee experts, sushi chefs, bakers, and brewers have in common? You can find them all in downtown Houston. There's always something new to taste when you join us downtown. Visit downtownhouston.org to find your next delicious adventure.
Welcome back. We are pleased to welcome Dahlia Cummings, a dedicated school mentor and advocate for entrepreneurship, who continues to empower small business owners through mentorship, education, and community engagement. Thanks for joining us, Dahlia.
Thank you so much for having me.
And also thank you, Yaoyun, for joining us too.
Thank you, Andrew.
So the next question is, for viewers who may have not scientific background, how will you describe BioMate AI?
I'm glad to explain it. So BioMate AI under the hood is a hybrid AI system. A large language model will interpret the intent first, and then the domain-specific agents will take over. And each of the domain-specific agent is good at a specific area of the biomedical science. And those agents will do orchestration and run the analysis in parallel on cloud. They will automatically select the validated right scientific workflow from our library of over 4,000 pipelines. Each is tied to public research. And they will also automatically select the visualization tool for the output results. For example, a volcano plot for the differential expression and a 3D reconstruction reviewer for the structural data. And most importantly is that they will do quality control for each step of the process so that to prevent errors before they reach you. And the most major of this hybrid structure is the correctness, which is important for the biomedical domain, because the large language model, they may be good at interpret the intent, but they are not good at the biomedical knowledge. And the domain internal models we have, they actually hold the evidence base, the constrained parameters, the methods of the process, and the threshold of quality controls. Those are the most important thing behind the scene, and that actually helps the results to be defensible. And this is reproducibility for the science.
Okay, that's nice. So for the data control and also helping to make sure that the customers' confidentiality is being protected. So how does BioMate.ai accommodate that?
Wow, thanks for this question. This is very important. So to secure users' data, one important thing is we never use the user's data for internal training, and the platform is aligned to different data security compliance, such as HIPAA and SOC 2, so that all the users' data, whether it's patient or commercial biological data, they are well secured.
Thank you so much for highlighting that. Dahlia, I know you from school, and I know you the chair for education. So my next question to you is, how can mentorship and education help entrepreneurship avoid mistakes and also slow growth?
I think at least what has stood out about this story and what people can learn from journeys like Yaoyun's is a business does not become successful just based on an idea alone. It does require research. It does require the ability to be fluid and to learn and to seek out areas that will support what it is that you're growing. And so I think a lot of times entrepreneurs don't have access to things like that. And so that is what makes mentorship and education from SCORE like just so powerful, because not only can you access education, you can access mentorship, You can get guidance from people that have done it before. And so that way you don't necessarily have to make the same mistakes they made. They can take their journey and give it to you. And so I always just tell entrepreneurs to continue to learn, to continue to be adaptable. Don't just use technology, excuse me, as the end, but use it to help accelerate the things that you've already built. And so that's what it seems like that Yaoyun has done in her actual process. She saw a problem, she created a solution, but she sought mentorship. She, I'm sure, tweaked, revamped, she learned from the journey, and then she executed. And I think that is one of the most important, just very clean steps that an entrepreneur can take in order to be successful.
Okay. And I know, SCORE, we have the resources on our webpage, right?
Exactly.
So where they can access all this. So thank you so much, Dahlia. Also, the next question for you is, for SCORE, how did you first connect with SCORE, and what prompted you to connect with SCORE?
Okay, first of all, I want to say that I sincerely echo with what Dahlia just said, and I really want to express my great appreciation to SCORE. So at the very beginning, as I mentioned, the moment is very critical. The technology is ready, but I realized that I actually was a scientist trying to build a company, so the skill sets does not match. And SCORE matched me to Andrew. And from the first session, I realized that it is very clear. It is different from the advices I could get from my colleagues or friends. So, because Andrew has gone through the company building, and he can talk to me, point out this part is working and this is not, and here's why with real authority. And this is a combination between experience and honesty, and this is a very rare ethnicity.
Okay, thank you. So you're saying that my SCORE skills is actually doing something to your company?
Right.
Okay, I do appreciate it, and thank you for highlighting that as well. So my next question to you, Yaoyun, is that how did SCORE help you transition from being a scientist to becoming a business founder?
Well, this is a big question. I think we can start from some examples of the business skill I learned. For example, the marketing skill. So as a researcher, I actually naturally want to explain the details of the technology. But Andrew helped me to realize that the potential customers are not buying the technology, they are buying solutions to their pain points. So that actually leads to a switch of the messages we want to convey. And instead of how does the BioMate work, and it is switched to how much the time and cost BioMate can save you, and how many problems that will go away by using BioMate. And that reframe actually changed the other things we are writing from the website to posts, and also even to how I was introducing BioMate in conversations like this.
Oh, wow. That's great. So I know, Dahlia, thank you so much, Yaoyun, for giving me this information and also highlighted the importance of SCORE as well. So Dahlia, I know you are big on foundation. So tell me why foundation is necessary for this type of business.
My tagline and my overall belief is that everything that grows has roots. And so if you do not solidify your foundation, inevitably you're going to grow something that is not going in the direction that you really want it to grow. As she referenced, she got into the process and then realized there were pieces missing as she sought out mentorship. And so there's a 6 core pillars that I have under foundations. And the joke I tell people is you don't want to end up in a pickle. And so pickle is PICCLE, which stands for your purpose, identity, your communication, your culture, your leadership, and your execution. And so those were all the things that it seems that she was able to put in place by working with you.
Thank you so much, Dahlia. And then thank you so much, Yaoyun, for also presenting all this information. We will be back with more after this short break. Thank you.
The Houston History Research Center is located in the historic Julia Idison building. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and provide access to Houston and Texas history in the form of photographs, maps, books, business and personal papers, and architectural drawings. Take a tour of our beautiful building and don't miss our Dorothy Knox Howe Houghton Reading Room or our galleries, such as the new Dr. James and Betty Key Map Room. Come curious, leave inspired. History is waiting for you.
Hey Houston, preparation leads to celebration. Prepare for your next flight by securing hassle-free parking. Reserve and guarantee valet parking at flytohouston.com/parking. Travel smarter, park smarter.
The signs of human trafficking are everywhere in our city. It's happening in all different kinds of industries. Human trafficking is being forced, defrauded, or coerced into commercial sex or labor. If you're involved in human trafficking or buying sex in Houston, you will be prosecuted.
If you suspect someone is a victim, call 888-3737-888. Learn more at watchfortraffic.org.
Welcome back. So Yaoyun, the next question is, I remember one of the metrics that we worked, one area was a successful metric. So do you mind telling the viewers about the metrics and how that metrics did help you in executing your business?
Yeah, that's a very big one. That's the most one of the most valuable things Andrew pushed me to do. Before the launch in public, Andrew helped me to set up 2 sets of metrics. One is for the business, one is for the product. For the business, there are several metrics. One is how many users finish the analysis completely, and how does the conversion look like between the free and the paid users, and how many users will eventually come back. And for the product, one is how reproducible the results will be. And is the quality control really catching real problems? And does the workflow run scientifically defensible and reproducible? So those important metrics defines our criteria, and it makes us to not just guessing about whether we are ready, but we can follow those framework before and after lunch to continuously improve instead of just reacting to feedbacks.
Correct. Thank you for presenting those metrics, and thank you, Yaoyun. So Dahlia, so I know for sure that entrepreneurs nowadays, they do rely on AI heavily. So tell me what you want them to put in place before relying heavily on AI.
Well, again, it goes back to that everything has roots, and that it's the importance of building the foundation. It's the importance of recognizing, okay, sorry. Okay. It doesn't want me to get it out. It's the importance of recognizing that.
You can just restart from the beginning of your answer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Insane. It is the importance of having a solid foundation. You know, what she actually just referred to was talking about having metrics and research. So she could have easily given that to AI, but if she does not have the foundation of what she's looking for, what it needs to look like, and what the ultimate goal is, AI has no problem just giving you information. So it can actually a lot of times create more confusion if you don't have something to actually directed. A lot of entrepreneurs, especially now, seem to want to use AI as the starting point, when really it's an accelerator. It's not actually here to replace the foundational work of the business owner. It's here to help propel the business forward. But in order to do that, you have to give it seeds. You have to plant seeds for it to know exactly where you want it to go, so that you don't end up spinning your wheels going in a direction that doesn't even actually align with who you are as a business owner, what your business is, and what your ultimate goals are. So that is key for an entrepreneur to know, what are my actual goals? What is my business? Who am I as a business owner? So they can feed that to AI and allow it to then help them design. But it's not the job of AI to create.
That's correct. Thank you so much for highlighting that as well. And then, Dahlia, and also, regarding the metrics that we discussed, do you want to highlight why is it so important to establish that metrics before building on the business plan?
Yeah, I think the importance is so the business need to be well structured, and each milestone it has need to be measured in a qualified way. Without it kind of like we are trying to make a wild guess, and we will not be very clear about where we are at. And there got to be some clear metrics to measure whether we are ready, and whether we have a product market fit, and I think those are the important things behind the matrix.
Okay, thank you so much, Dahlia. Yaoyun, sorry. Also, I want you to give me give the viewers an advice of what important advice you can give to a researchers who is trying to start up a business today. What kind of advice will you give them as the first step they should take before starting that type of business?
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I want to say that your domain expertise is your strongest competitive advantage. Understanding deeply the problem you are solving leads you to build something that a generic entrepreneur simply cannot replicate. And try to find a mentor earlier. Even before you think you need one. I waited longer than I should have, but SCORE is free. There's no reason not to reach out.
Okay, thank you. And then also, thank you, Yaoyun. And also, Dahlia, also, what is one thing that you would like entrepreneurs watching today to remember?
That they need to keep learning. That, as I said earlier, you don't want to get caught in a pickle. You don't want to try to build a business without knowing what your purpose is, without knowing what your identity is and the identity of your business. You don't want to try to grow without having some sort of communication in place, some sort of definition of what is culture for my organization, what does leadership look like, and how do we execute. If you try to grow without that, then once the business begins to come in, you will be overwhelmed. You will not have a foundation that's made to sustain that type of growth. And a lot of times we think that we can worry about some of that that foundational stuff on the back end. It'll grow with us, but it doesn't. Technology will highlight the weaknesses. Growth will highlight all of the things that have not been solidified and put in place. So again, if there is one major thing, a good product does not equal business growth. Business growth comes from you actually building a business that's made to support whatever it is that you're actually doing. So continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to be malleable, continue to allow your audience to tell you what it is that they need, and walk that path. And I think that if you focus on creating something solid, you'll be able to build and grow in the direction that you want to build.
Thank you, Dahlia, for coming, and then thank you, Yaoyun, for coming as well and providing all this information.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. To learn more about BioMate or try to use platform, visit www.biomate.ai. If you have an idea or aren't sure where to start, remember that SCORE offers free mentoring and educational resources to help entrepreneurs succeed. Visit www.score.org to connect with a mentor. I am Andrew Dike, and I've been watching Entrepreneur's Journey with SCORE. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.